I can't lie, I feel blessed. I can't lie, I feel blessed.
Welcome back to another episode of your sports fashion podcast. I'm your host, DeeFlamez, and today I think this is episode 5. I believe it's episode 5. Man, I know it's been a minute. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. Today, it's a sad day. Today is a sad day. I know last pod I said that my Duke boys was going to go to the championship if they beat Houston. I know I said that Juju Watkins was the best female basketball player in women's college basketball. I was wrong about Duke, but I'm standing 10 toes down with Juju Watkins. 10 toes down. Shout out to Paige Beckert. I know I'm pronouncing her last name wrong. I'm sorry, but shout out to Paige Beckert from UConn, man. She did her thing versus USC in the Elite Eight, man. I don't know what to say. UConn, Coach Gino Ariama, or however you say his name, man. Legend, man. That's a dynasty over there at UConn women's basketball for sure. For sure. You know, on the men's side, my Duke boys went down, man. I'm from Raleigh, so I'm not too mad because, you know, NC State right there in Raleigh. So, you know what I'm saying? If Duke ain't going to win, then I'm cool with NC State going. Hopefully they get the W. You know what I mean? It's crazy because NC State men's and women's is in the Final Four, and UConn men's and women's is in the Final Four. That's wild to me. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. But we're going to get straight to it, man. Hey, bring on the hate. My predictions were terribly wrong. You know, South Carolina versus NC State in the women's Final Four. Of course, I want NC State to win, but I think that South Carolina is gonna end up. South Carolina is gonna end up winning. Last time I checked, South Carolina was winning by 20. I'm looking at it right now, and it's looking crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's looking crazy. Yeah, South Carolina won 78-59 to advance to the national championship. Shout out to NC State girls team, man. 31-7 on the season, man. You know, Riley was lit. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully the NC State boys can win and get to the national championship. You know what I mean? So I hope that they can pull out a W. You know what I mean? Especially for the city of Raleigh, man. We don't have no professional teams in Raleigh, so you know the best we got is NC State when it comes to, you know, worldwide and national teams. So shout out to NC State, man, and that's coming from a Duke fan, so you know it pains me to say that for sure. You know what I mean? But the main topic of this podcast is going to be music today. It's going to be music today. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. I like the vibes of J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar. For the people that's watching last night, at midnight last night, J. Cole dropped his Might Delete Later mixtape, or whatever you want to call it, EP, whatever you want to call it. The project is dope. He got Daylight, a battle rapper from California, on the EP. He got Absol, he got Central C, he got Cameron on it, he got Young Dro, he got Gucci Mane on it. You know what I mean? So he got a few features, but it's definitely a great project. With that being said, let's get to the real. I'm sure by now everybody has listened to 7 Minute Drill, track 12 on the Might Delete Later EP. Jermaine Cole. I understand that was a warning shot, but for people that really listen to lyrics, for people that really are into the in-betweens, and I'm talking about lines, you know what I mean, and bars, J. Cole, you a monster, man. J. Cole, you are a fucking monster, dog. You know what I mean? So for the people that haven't listened to it, please go listen to it. Like I said, it's available on Apple Music, man. Might Delete Later, the EP, J. Cole, man. 7 Minute Drill. I like the tempo. Of it. I like the fact that J. Cole answered. I think it was episode 3. I said that I think that J. Cole will definitely respond first. I think J. Cole's the one that needed to respond, considering that he's been on an amazing run the last 2 or 3 years as far as bodying damn near every verse that he puts out. You know what I mean? So uh, J. Cole definitely doing his thing for sure. You know what I mean? But I gotta tell you something, man. When he broke down Kendrick Lamar's albums, for the Kendrick Lamar fans, Section 80 is not an album, bro. Excuse me, it is an album. Let me get that right. But that was an independent album. He wasn't on with a Section 80. Good Kid, Mad City is where he took off. Good Kid, Mad City is where Kendrick Lamar took off to the world anyway, not the West Coast, because I know the West Coast was already tapped in, but to the world, Good Kid, Mad City. So when Cole said the first one was fire, he said the first one was a classic. Good Kid, Mad City is a classic. That's a fact. But let's call it what it is, yo. And am I by no means the biggest not J. Cole, but Kendrick Lamar fan. But let's be very clear. Let's be very clear. Good Kid, Mad City is a classic. To Pimp a Butterfly is mid, bro. I don't care. I know I might have some Kendrick Lamar fans that listen to this, man. It's mid, bro. Y'all gotta stop bullshitting. It's mid. To Pimp a Butterfly, it's mid, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, let's be very clear. Let's be very clear. It's mid. You know what I mean? You got Damn. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. Damn is Kendrick, in my opinion, Kendrick Lamar's best album. Facts. And it charted for like 5 years. I think it's the longest charted album ever. But I think Good Kid, Mad City might have it beat now. But I think Damn is Kendrick Lamar's best album. Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. I don't want to be the one to say this, but that's trash, bro. That's his last album. Trash. Let's keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? Every Jay-Z album ain't fire. Everybody knows Jay-Z's my favorite rapper, and I think he the GOAT, period. Every Jay-Z album ain't fire. You know what I'm saying? Every Jay-Z album is not fire. That American Gangster album was trash. I'm sorry. That shit was trash. You know what I mean? So, I used to think 444 was trash, but as I got older, I could understand it. So, but yeah, that American Gangster album was trash. You know what I mean? But again, we got to stop sitting here making it seem like all our favorite artists, all their albums are fire. It's not the case. It's not the case. You know what I mean? So with that, when J. Cole broke down the album, I ain't gonna lie, he was low key, to me. He was low key kind of accurate. Like I said, Good Kid, Mad City, and Damn, those two albums you can't touch. Section 80, that was independent. I fuck with it, but you know what I mean. ADHD, like people talking about ADHD, like let's call it what it is. Like ADHD, the song ADHD is fire, but they got more spins from Grand Theft Auto. Most people found out about it from Grand Theft Auto, bro. Like I'm not going back to Section 80, bro. Like ADHD was fire, High Power was fire, but those the only, you know what I mean, that I fuck with it. Good Kid, Mad City, that's a classic. That's a classic, you know what I'm saying? Poetic Justice, Swimming Pools, like, you know, he got the national bangers. And then for the people that actually are fans of him, he got other bangers on it as well. For Damn, my favorite song off of Damn is Element. It's Element, Feel. Then you got the banger Loyalty with Rihanna, like, you know what I mean? Then you got Humble on there. So to me, that's my favorite Kendrick Lamar album is Damn. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people are trying to talk about J. Cole's discography. I can never say that word. Y'all better not laugh. If y'all laughing, y'all bogus as hell. But J. Cole, people are trying to go on J. Cole. Me personally, Born Center is fire. Not a classic, but it's fire. 2014 Forest Hill Drive, classic. For Your Eyes Only, trash. For Your Eyes Only by J. Cole is dirt, yo. I don't care what nobody say. Like, I like the song Neighbors. I think the neighbors think I'm selling dope. So, like, that shit was cool. You know what I'm saying? It was cool for the For Your Eyes Only song for his kids, but that album, For Your Eyes Only, trash. I'm sorry. Trash. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to hold on, because I forgot what the order of them. But KOD was alright. KOD was alright. You know what I'm saying? But Born, in my opinion, Born Center was fire. 2014 Forest Hill Drive was fire. My personal favorite album of his is, the Off Season. You know what I'm saying? That was crazy. That intro with Cameron being like pretty much commentating and pretty much ad-libbing on the songs is crazy. You know what I mean? So I definitely put that out. But I mean, I gotta call it fair. You know what I'm saying? That Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers by Kendrick, trash. That album, his last one, trash. That For Your Eyes Only by J. Cole, trash. You know what I mean? So I think both of them definitely have some trash in the in their discography. But when J. Cole broke that down in his in the 7-minute drill song on his new EP, when he broke down the album, it was crazy. I ain't gonna count. This one I don't get about y'all. Like, y'all listen to something once or twice, react to it, and then say it's trash. Like, I probably listen to 7-minute drill probably about a good 15 to 16 times, just dissecting the words. A lot of people don't even understand at the end of the song where he said 4 albums in 12 years. I need y'all to go listen to Takeover by Jay-Z. That's a, you know what I mean? Like, for the people that's in the hip hop, in the rap, they know that was a, you know what I'm saying, I'm playing on to Jay-Z's Takeover. 4 albums in 10 years, nigga. I can divide this one let's say 2. 2 of them shits was due. One was the other was Illmatic. That's a one hot album every 10-year average. Jay-Z was talking crazy to Nas. That's a fact. But like I said, that line was a testament from J. Cole was, you know what I mean, a calling sign to Jay-Z's Takeover. You dig what I'm saying? I know y'all caught the one hot verse every 30 months. Crazy, because a lot of people complain about Kendrick Lamar not putting out music, or not being featured, not putting out music for long durations of time. And I gotta be honest with you, bro. He had a classic in Damn. I think it was 4 years, almost 5 years before he put out that Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, and that shit was trash. Come on, Kendrick. You ain't had a hot album. You ain't had a hot playlist since 2017. Cause I think that's when Damn came out, 2017, bro. You know what I mean? So I think it's fire. I think J. Cole is definitely proving what he's saying. You feel me? Like, J. Cole is, for the last 2 or 3 years, like, one of the things that he says in almost every verse is he wants to be the best, and he wants to get everybody out the way that he feels a threat to him being the best. You know what I mean? So I think that J. Cole really trying to prove that. You know what I mean? But overall, I think Kendrick Lamar's verse on the Like That song featuring Future, you know what I'm saying, or not featuring Future, but Future song featuring Kendrick, you know what I'm saying, Future and Metro Boomin. The song Like That, I think his verse on that, and I think 7-minute drill, those are just warning shots at each other. I think we all can agree Kendrick's real issue is with Drake, not J. Cole. But I think, he had to. Like, yo, that's your man's, you can get fucked up with him. If that's your man, you can get fucked up with him. That's kind of where Kendrick came from, you know what I mean? And you could tell by listening to the 7 minute drill that Cole is more like, yo, you my man's like, I ain't got nothing to do with y'all, but you shot at me, so I gotta let you know what it is. It ain't gonna be that. You know what I mean? So I definitely I definitely hope that I personally hope that Drake says something so Kendrick can more focus his you know what I'm saying, his attack to Drake, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't really want to see J. Cole and Kendrick go at it. Like, for what? You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to see that. You know what I mean? It'll be entertainment because both of them lyricists and both of them can go, but I don't want to see it. You know what I'm saying? I want to see the OG beef, the beef that's been going on for 11 years now. I think that Control verse from Big Sean shit, that Kendrick Control verse came out like 2013. So they didn't had their differences for a minute. So I definitely want to see Kendrick and J. Cole go at it for sure. No cap. Moving right along though, I'm not gonna cap to y'all, man. A lot of people have told me about that they went and saw Kong versus Kong and Godzilla in the movie. I'm not gonna get into it. I got into it last pod, but the reviews are saying that it's pretty good. So I think that that's a testament to all of that. Oh, have any of y'all seen or watched on HBO Max the Quiet on the Set? If you haven't, spoiler alert, I'm sure you have. Those been out for a minute. I ain't gonna lie to you, yo. I feel bad for child movie and TV show stars. Like, that shit is crazy. Like, um that shit is insane. For those that don't know, Quiet on the Set is pretty much a documentary detailing the lives of multiple hood stars from the Nickelodeon program. It documents was the early years of Amanda Bynes, how those years could have affected who she is today. Um, all the cast from all that. Um, I hate to say it, but Drake Bell, the Drake from Drake and Josh, the TV show. They document Drake Bell. He actually is on the program talking about it, and telling us, exactly what happened to him and the people that did it. I ain't gonna lie, them people that be working on those child shows are weirdos. Weird those. I ain't gonna cap to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you talking about, you got people that's, molesting these kids and manipulating kids to think that their parents don't love them, and that shit is crazy. Like, Drake Bell, like, the dude manipulated him to where he got in between Drake and his dad, so Drake went to live with his mom, and then the dude manipulated his mom to trust him, so it left Drake alone with the dude a lot. Drake would end up at the dude's house, and then I guess it started off. Again, I'm paraphrasing. Y'all gotta go watch it. Again, it's called Quiet on the Set. But I guess, like, from what Drake Bell said, like, the first time he was laying on dude's couch. Now, mind you, dude, a grown man, Drake, like 15 at the time, 14, 15 at the time. He said that everything was cool until one day he went to sleep on dude's couch, and then he woke up to dude sexually assaulting him. And then, he said that he's like 15, 14, 15. He didn't know what to do. And the dude, had so much power. He didn't want to be tricked. He didn't want to do anything that would cost him, what I'm saying, fame. Because at that time, 14, 15, being on TV and all of that, he living out a dream. He don't want to cost that. So he didn't feel like he had no way out. He felt like he had to deal with it. And then it's crazy. Like, Drake had a whole girlfriend and all this. And the girlfriend's mom is the one that peeped what was going on, because Drake was trying to get away from dude, and the dude was blowing his phone up like he was his significant other. And that's when Drake's girlfriend's mom peeped it, and that's when it went all downhill. Drake ended up telling his mom and shit. But the sickening part of that shit is, so the dude did all that shit, raped Drake numerous times, all of that shit. So the dude fucking went to trial. That nigga only got, it's either 16 or 19 months, bro. And then was able to get back to work and still work in Hollywood. Like, Hollywood is a sick place, yo. a sick fucking place. I'm not gonna lie. Speaking of Hollywood, you know what I mean? There's a Hollywood, Florida. There's a Hollywood in California. Speaking of Hollywood, just the stars. Hey, yo, what's up with Diddy, yo? I know y'all out there seeing the videos of Diddy on a bike around Miami, just riding a bike like he don't give a fuck. Like he don't got nothing going on. The feds not trying to implicate his kids into the shit. This shit crazy. I ain't gonna lie. This shit is insane, G. Like no cap. You know what I mean? Like I don't know how he would feel. Like I would feel a certain way if I'm getting put through the ringer and then you include my kids. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that would bother me a lot for sure. You know what I mean? Definitely for sure. Also in other news, Glorilla, let me holler at you. I don't know why. I can't believe I'm about to admit this on the pod, but y'all the family, bro. I fuck with y'all, man. Why do I know all the words to Yeah Glow? I can't believe that I'm admitting that I actually know the words to Yeah Glow. Like that shit is crazy, bro. That shit is crazy. Glorilla, you got one. Glorilla, you got one. That shit is crazy. That Yeah Glow shit is fire. Fire. You know what I'm saying? I think I said it on last pod. I can't remember, but for all the ladies that's going out to the tour, I know Glorilla on tour with Meg Thee Stallion. Please be safe. Everybody going to that went to Dreamville or going to Dreamville. I think Dreamville I think it's this weekend. For everybody that's going, hey, be safe. I already said it, but be safe. For everybody going to Dreamville, be safe. I know how lit it get out there. I know how fun to get out there. Motherfuckers going to be inebriated, so be safe. You know what I mean? I'll be watching. I ain't got time to be out there, man. I'm too old to be going out there, standing outside all goddamn day for a festival. I can't do it. You know what I mean? I just can't do it. I ain't got time for that at all. Not even a little bit. You know what I mean? I'm trying to think what else is in music before I move on. Beyonce dropped the country album. It's not my cup of tea, but from the people that like country, y'all know I'm in the military, so I'm surrounded by a lot of white boys, white girls, you know what I'm saying, and people from different walks of life. But from what I gather from my soldiers, they all said it's decent. They didn't feel offended by it, so I know the narrative is that a lot of people are offended that she's jumping into that genre, but art is art. You know what I mean? So I feel like an artist, you can do whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? You can do whatever you want. It's your art. You know what I mean? So, so we got that. What else we got? I think that's all that I got for music. I don't think, I think the hot topic right now is the J. Cole, Kendrick, and Drake situation going on. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's all I got. That's all I got for music. Moving right along to sports. We're gonna do college first, and then I'm gonna go to the league. This is, he's my favorite football player of all time, Deion Sanders. If y'all haven't seen it, there's a clip going around where Deion is reading emails from the college professors talking about his team. And he pretty much lights into them. For all the student athletes out there, I get it. Now, the opportunity to get money is there. You know what I mean? So now, that's another, I don't want to say a distraction, but that's another element to the college life that hasn't been there before. I understand y'all getting y'all money, but at the end of the day, don't let these NILs and don't let this other stuff get in the way of the bottom line, get into the way of the goal. The goal is to, get an education and then go professional for the people that's talented enough to be able to. Here's a reality check. Most of y'all not going pro. I'm gonna just call it what it is. Most of y'all not going pro. Statistically, most of y'all are not going pro. So most of y'all need to be in that classroom, getting that education, you know what I'm saying, getting those degrees, you know what I'm saying, preparing for a different career. Don't be one of those guys that y'all do good, y'all do well in college, or even for the high school kids, y'all a star in high school, and then for the rest of your life, you're just trying to hold on to what you was, and you don't have no career for yourself, and you're going back to the same dirty ass neighborhoods, same hood, you know. And I can say that because I come from an environment like that, going to the same hoods, all that, and just saying, yo, what you used to be, what you used to do. You dig what I'm saying? You don't want to be that person. You feel me? So definitely for the student athletes out there, get your money by all means, but don't let that interrupt the main thing. Keep the main thing the main thing. You know what I mean? So I like the message that Deion said to the team, letting them know, like, yo, he kept it real with them. Like, yo, y'all not good enough to go pro. So you might as well get a free education and take advantage of it while you're here. I said education. I don't know if I said it right, but a free education while y'all here. Because most of y'all not going pro. So y'all skipping school, y'all going to do shit for NIL deals and all this shit, and then when y'all graduate, that NIL deal is off the table, and you not pro, they not gonna want to do nothing with you no more. You affiliated with a Division I high major institution. You know what I'm saying? This institution is bringing in a lot of money, and most of those D1 high major schools are bringing in a lot of money. You're affiliated with that. You on TV every week, college football. You know what I'm saying? So take advantage of that for sure, but don't lose sight of the main thing. Keep the main thing the main thing, because once you graduate college, a lot of y'all not going pro. So y'all need to be preparing yourself to have a career in a different field. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to shatter nobody's dreams, but that's just the reality of it. You know what I mean? Don't lose sight and lose yourself in following something that's not really that the signs are saying that it's not going to come to fruition. You dig what I'm saying? Let's start. I just wanted to start there. Deion Sanders is my favorite football player of all time, and I love the fact that he's, you know, leading these young men to be better men, not just football players. So I just wanted to shout out Deion Sanders in Colorado Buffaloes for sure. I touched on it a little bit. NCAA tournament, man. We in the Final Four. South Carolina just beat North Carolina State for the women's side to advance to the championship. UConn is playing right now. And I'm doing girls first and boys. UConn is playing Iowa right now. Paige Becker versus Caitlin Clark. You know, that's the star-studded matchup. It's 30-26 heading into halftime. You know what I mean? So with 44 seconds to go to halftime. So I mean, it looks like it's going to shape up to be a good game. On the men's side, you know, of course, you know, also NC State goes against Purdue. Damn, Purdue, they got the National Player of the Year in the big man McEvie or whatever his name is. I got to say this about NC State men's basketball. To go 26-14 and then to go and win the conference championship, the ACC championship, to go on a run, and on that run you beat Duke and North Carolina, then to turn around and get into the tournament, and then you had to beat Duke in the Elite Eight again. You know what I'm saying? If y'all mess around and beat Purdue tomorrow and get to the national championship, y'all gonna force my hand, yo. Y'all gonna force my hand to pick y'all to win the national championship. Now, to be fair, last time y'all got this far, y'all did win a national championship. That was what, 1983. That was with I want to say his name is Jimmy V, the coach. He rest in peace. I know he had passed away, I believe, from cancer. But Sidney Lowe was a guard for y'all at the time. So shout out to Raleigh, man. I know if y'all win the national championship, Raleigh gonna be fucking lit. You know what I'm saying? I'm already knowing. And then you also got UConn versus Alabama. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Fuck Alabama. Fuck Alabama. I don't fuck with Alabama. I don't want to hear no Roll Tide. Please, UConn, get them boys the fuck out of here. I cannot stand Alabama. You know what I'm saying? And that's mainly because of their football team, of course, but I can't stand Alabama. Love the talent that they've had over the years, but I can't stand the fucking Crimson Tide. Like, I don't give a fuck about them. And this is coming from a Miami Hurricanes football fan. You know what I'm saying? The real powerhouse, for sure. Shout out to the 2001 Miami Hurricanes, the best college football team ever. You dig what I'm saying? So, but that's tomorrow. The men's Final Four is tomorrow. It's NC State versus Purdue, Alabama versus UConn. In the NC State Purdue game, I'm from Raleigh, so I got to go with NC State. For the Alabama UConn game, obviously you heard what I just said about Alabama, so I'm going with UConn. These are both biased predictions. So do that what you will for those people that are into sports betting. Now let's get to Juju Watkins, my favorite player in women's college basketball, who I think is the best in women's college basketball. I've said before that she's WNBA ready. However, she said it herself, and I love this about this young lady because she acknowledges that she needs to work on her efficiency. That shit be fucking me up. That word be fucking me up. Efficiency. There we go. She needs to work on her efficiency. She took a lot of shots. She takes a lot of shots. She's not the most efficient shot maker. You know what I mean? But I think she's a freshman. A freshman coming in leading her team to the Elite Eight says a lot. She's the all-time leading scorer as a freshman. So that says a lot. A conference championship as a freshman. You know what I mean? So I think that all of this is going to humble her. Not humble her, but all of this is going to motivate her to be better. I think as the years go by, before she goes pro, she's going to get more efficient. Her shot taking is going to be a lot better. I think that her shot selection, not shot taking, her shot selection is going to be a lot better. I think at times during the season, she definitely tried to force it. I can remember specifically the conference championship against Stanford, where Stanford sold out to stop her. You could tell that she was trying to force it. Shout out to the other guard that stepped up and she went crazy. I think the other guard had I cannot remember her name, please. I'm sorry. I think she had 25. But you could tell that Juju wasn't used to teams selling out the way that Stanford did to check her. You dig what I'm saying? So I think as she matures in the game, improves her IQ, she's going to learn how to be able to break down defenses, see the double before it gets to her, see where it's coming from, make the right pass, when to attack. She's gonna learn to not every open look she needs to take. She's gonna look at the floor and see what the defense is doing. And that's why I think she's gonna get smarter and manipulating the game. So when the fourth quarter comes, she's like, okay, I know I'm gonna have this shot, this, this attack angle. I don't need to use it every time they give it to me. I can keep that in the tuck. So at the end of the game or in the fourth quarter in these close games, I know where to attack because it's been open all game. So I think with time, she'll definitely learn those small, intricate details about reading the defense and improving her basketball IQ, improving her overall efficiency to become the player. I believe that she's at the pace right now to, when it's all said and done, be the greatest women's basketball player, the greatest women's college basketball player ever. Now, with that being said, in my opinion, Diana Taurasi is the greatest women's college basketball player ever, and arguably the greatest women's basketball player ever. Diana Taurasi. Shout out to Cheryl Miller. I don't want no smoke. Shout out to Candace Parker. I don't want no smoke. Breanna Stewart. I don't want no smoke. Maya Moore. I don't want no smoke. Professionally, Lisa Leslie. Don't want no smoke. Tamika Catchings. I don't want no smoke. Tina Thompson. I don't want no smoke. Sylvia Fowl. You know what I mean? I don't want no. You know what I mean? Shout out to Kathy Pondexter. You know what I mean? I don't want no problems. Asia Wilson now. So I don't want no problems. You dig what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, I think that Juju Watkins has the potential to be better than all of them. know what I'm saying? And I left out a lot of legends too. Sue Bird, like what we, you know what I'm saying? I can't name them all, obviously, but y'all get the point. I'm really tapped in with the women's game. Let's just call it there. I'm really tapped in with the women's game. I'm moving right along, man. Before I move on, I need y'all to let me know something. Who has the better all-time college lineup? Duke or UConn? I want to know something. Y'all leave that in the comment section, man. Y'all can hit me up, on Twitter or hit me up on Instagram or whatever the case may be, man. Y'all know the socials, DeeFlamez, Flames with a Z _. You already know what it is. Or hit me up on the pod, Sports Fashion Podcast. You know what I'm saying, on Instagram for sure. But moving right along, man. On to professional. Stephon Diggs, we're going to do NFL. Stephon Diggs to the Houston Texans. I love it because now Dallas Cowboys not even the best team in their state. Now, again, be mindful. Unfortunately, this is coming from a Giants fan. I know. Don't make that face. You know what I'm saying? Don't laugh. It pains me to say that. But to be fair, if you're a Cowboys fan, shut up. Shut up. If you're a Cowboys fan, shut up. Oh, don't shoot me. Don't shoot me. We done won 2 Super Bowls since y'all last won. Y'all haven't even won a Super Bowl in the 21st century. Don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. You know what's the kids saying? We done with the 90s. We done with the 90s. That's what the kids saying. So if that's the case, we done with the Cowboys. Because that's the last time they won was the 90s. Shout out to Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, Troy Aikman, and them boys. But we done with the 90s. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I'm a Giants fan. But back to the topic at hand. My fault. I love antagonizing Dallas Cowboys fans. My bad. But Houston Texans got Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs is petty online. Somebody basically alluded to Josh Allen doesn't need a star wide receiver. Didn't make Josh Allen, and Stephon Diggs said, "Are you sure?" We all know Stephon Diggs had beef with Buffalo, since it was 3 years ago now when they first lost to Kansas City. Kansas City been putting belt to ass to the Buffalo Bills in the playoffs. Patrick Mahomes been whooping they ass in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So first they whooped his ass at Kansas City, then they whooped their ass at Buffalo. I mean, Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs are just putting belt to ass to the Buffalo Bills in the playoffs. It's sad. It's sad. And what makes it worse is this makes what Joe Burrow was able to do even more impressive. Two Brady. Joe Burrow and Tom Brady are only 2 quarterbacks to beat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. Only 2. Only 2 quarterbacks to beat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs is Joe Burrow and Tom Brady. You know what I mean? So, the Houston Texans, C.J. Stroud, showed tremendous promise last year. You could have made an argument that C.J. Stroud was a top 5 quarterback last year. You know, so again, it's tough because you got Aaron Rodgers got hurt first fucking drive of the season, gone. Joe Burrow, with the wrist injuries, so he wasn't there. So you can make an argument that C.J. Stroud was a top 5 quarterback in the league last year. So a top 5 quarterback, at best top 7 with everybody healthy, top 7 quarterback. The other receiver that was a rookie last year was C.J. Stroud, went crazy. So they definitely have a very powerful offense. So I'm definitely looking forward to that for sure. Also, I want to say RIP to Vontae Davis. He was found dead. He was found and pronounced dead. RIP to him. Condolences to his family. Funny story. He has the most legendary, besides Antonio Brown's walk-off, but Vontae Davis has the most legendary retirement in NFL history. This man went into halftime of the game and pretty much admitted them boys too fast. I'm getting too old. I'm done. And retired at halftime of a football game. That's wild. Rest in peace, Vontae Davis, man, for sure, man. Moving right along. To the NBA. Do y'all think Golden State got it in to make another one last run? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I think that Golden State, they're gonna split this shit up, the big three up, and go to State after the season. I think Draymond and Klay Thompson gonna be gone. I think after this year, I think it's the last time we're gonna see that core together for real. And if they do break up, I give Klay Thompson 2 years before he retires, and I give same thing for Draymond. I think Steph has another 3 to maybe 4 years before he retires. But I think the dynasty of the Golden State Warriors is over. I think you have to put them, as far as an organization, I think you have to put them as the 4th greatest organization or 5th. For those who's asking who, obviously the Lakers and Celtics are 1 and 2. I got Bulls 3, Spurs 4, and then I got Golden State 5. 4 rings. 4 rings and 6 tries. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with it. For the people that's trying to argue about the Spurs won the championship in '99, turned around and won it in 2003, turned around and won it in 2005, turned around and won it in 2007, and then right before Steph and them dynasty started, they won another one in 2014. They didn't play nobody. Who did they beat? They beat the Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, Chris Bosh Heat. That's a pretty good team. They beat in 2005. They beat the defending champion Detroit Pistons. Remember, the Detroit Pistons beat and won the title in 2004. They beat the Lakers, the Shaq and Kobe Lakers at that. Shaq, Kobe, Karl Malone, Gary Payton Lakers at that. So they beat them. You know what I mean? 2007, they beat a young Bron. They beat a young Bron. I give, you know what I'm saying? I give you that. You feel me? They swept a young Bron, but again, that's why I gotta put the Spurs as number 4. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, for the people that didn't hear it, Lakers, Celtics, Bulls, Spurs, Golden State are my top 5 organizations in basketball history. You know what I mean? So there you have it. Embiid returned. I fuck with Joel Embiid. I hope they didn't rush him back. I would hate for him to get hurt. He just had surgery in January, February. So he definitely came back pretty fast for sure. I don't see them getting out the first. I don't see the 76ers getting out the first round. I ain't gonna lie. I don't see them getting out the first round at all. What else? The Celtics, I think Celtics right now are looked at as the best team in the NBA right now. Milwaukee has been looking shaky, and injuries are hindering them for sure. Denver still looks like a title contender. Obviously defending champion, so they definitely look like they're gonna head back to the NBA Finals. I don't see anybody in the West beating them. I don't see the Clippers beating them. I don't see the Lakers beating them. And I love the Suns. Everybody knows KD, my favorite player right now. But I don't see the Suns beating them. I don't think the Suns got the depth to beat them. So my predictions before the playoffs start is Celtics, Nuggets in the finals, and I got the Nuggets winning 4-2 in the finals. That's my prediction right now. So Do I think it's going to happen? I don't know. Milwaukee might have something to say. Then we all know how Miami get in if they make it to the playoffs. We know how they get in the playoffs. You know, for some reason they decide they want to learn how to play. Shout out to Jimmy Butler, playoff. What they call him? Playoff Jimmy. Playoff Jimmy. You know what I mean? So shout out to Jimmy Butler, man. But for sure, I think those are my takes. I think that it's going to be the Nuggets and Celtics in the finals. And I got the Nuggets 4-2, just based off of how they playing today. So, to be fair, as Stephen A. Smith would say, that my predictions are fluid. They fluid. You know what I mean? So, for sure. But with that though, I'm gonna ask y'all something. And I had this conversation and I wanted to bring it to y'all. Y'all tell me. Is Damian Lillard? Well, I'm gonna ask y'all two questions. First, who do y'all think in the league right now needs to win the ring the most? Well, who do y'all think a ring would impact their career the most? Me personally, I think a ring would impact James Harden a lot. But I'm biased when I say this. Excuse me. I'm biased when I say this. I think a ring outside of Golden State. It doesn't matter for me because he top 10 for me regardless. But I think a ring outside of Golden State would do wonders for Kevin Durant's career. A ring outside of Golden State would do wonders for Kevin Durant's career, for sure. You know what I mean? So I would say Kevin Durant. 100%. I would say Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant. You know what I mean? But yeah, you know what I mean? Also, for those that, want to potentially be on the podcast, want to potentially be a guest, please hit me in DM, DeeFlamez, Flames with a Z, on Instagram. Also, you can find me on TikTok, DeeFlamez. Or you could hit the podcast Instagram page at Sports Fashion Podcast. Any of those will come directly to me, and I'll definitely get back. If you want to get on the platform, you will need to have a camera. If you're in the New York area, we can link up and do it in IRL. But if not, we can definitely do a virtual for sure. But with that being said, I want to appreciate everybody coming through. Everybody that came through and listened and made it to this point of the podcast, man. I appreciate y'all taking the time to listen, taking the time to tap in with me, man. Like I said, this is episode 5, I believe. I want to thank y'all, man. I'm just trying to be consistent with this content, man, and just really get it out to y'all. Let y'all know what I'm thinking. Let y'all know what I'm feeling. And then also, I want to know what y'all think. So please comment. Please, you know what I mean? Please comment and talk back to me. I'll talk back. Excuse me. You know what I mean? But with that being said, I appreciate y'all. It's been fun. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. I'll holla.
I can't lie, I feel blessed. I can't lie, I feel blessed. I can't lie, I feel blessed.